for the rest of their life. I still watch more porn than you, but I don't watch porn anymore. I don't touch it. I don't think about it. I don't even like to fantasize about a woman that doesn't have a lot of clothes on, or I don't. It doesn't help me any, because I
Yeah.
call it. It's called. And I'll say one more thing, and then you can comment on what I've said. To me, um, if I can't get with a woman and I'm looking at things that get me excited in that way, and then I turn it off, or I'm just keep looking at it for a long time and I turn it off, I am now wanting something that I cannot have by the time I go to bed tonight. And to me, I'm putting myself through hell. Why do it?
Hmm. Okay, so a couple things. One, what you said was funny, by the way. I worked with this guy once who was an alcoholic, and he'd been sober for like 30 years, and he was like, I drank all my beers by the time I turned 25. He said basically the
Right.
same thing you did. I've had enough beer by the
Right.
time I was 25 that you could in your whole lifetime. Um, why? Looking at your follower list on TikTok, it looks like you follow like a lot of thirst trap women
Oh, what
content.
is? Oh, here's what's funny. I don't know. When I've followed women that followed me back, but I found out that they all just want me to they want to text me for a second, and then they want me to go to some other platform, and I have to type to them, listen, baby, I'm not going to get off on some pictures you send me or jack off to you in a video. It's not going to happen. I don't do that. And they're kind of stuck, like, well, I thought you were some dweeb I could send a photo of another woman to, or I could act like they want to act like someone I'm friends with. The one that really got me was I was friends with a female. I don't know. I thought I was friends with some female in Italy. She was an American Marine Army over there. So we were texting back and forth for a while, but it wasn't her. It was a catfish situation or something like that, or it was someone posing as her. And so when they asked me for a little bit to send them something through cryptocurrency, I was like, hold on a minute. You you own two houses in Florida that your sister's taking care of. You work
All
every
right,
All right,
day,
hold
hey,
on.
but you need $100, right?
hey,
Hey,
mute. Come on. Hey, will you guys follow me on this account too? My backup account. I need to get it over 1,000 people. Hi, it's Austin on my backup account.
I'll follow
Will you
you.
guys follow that?
There you
Thanks.
go.
So how many more thirst trap women need to follow you and engage with you before you realize it's a trap and you
Well,
stop engaging with them?
here's what happens. If I comment on a real woman and say, geez, I really would like to talk to you someday, I get four hellos or highs in my message thing. I don't know them. Now, if I accidentally friended them, do I need to go through my friend thing and get rid of all the followers or something?
Well,
I don't
you
know what you're
follow.
talking about. I have
Yeah.
no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. Great. Well, you follow like you follow 692 people, and looking at your follower list, just briefly scrolling through, I can tell you, without looking at all of them, at least half of them are trying to take your money in exchange for their body parts. Probably more than half of them.
Well,
Probably
for
like
some,
90%.
right. They want to send you, it's not them. They can send you someone else's
Well, it's
picture.
probably some dude in Uzbekistan
Yeah,
who's trying to get you to
exactly.
do
It's
it.
some dude in Dubai, I don't know, in Kuwait or something.
Yeah.
Um, so look, and I don't do that, but for some reason, maybe I've friended or followed them. I need to get rid of them. I guess I should. I wish I could show you my interaction with them is nothing. So,
I got it. I mean, look, I believe you. It caught my attention. Somebody in the comments said that, and I went and looked myself, and
well,
a
and I've
lot of
also met
scandalous women in
women,
there in your following
right?
list, bro.
They've also, some women have told me, they're like, geez, I was about to message you, but you have 10,000 of these. And I like, oh, they're doing that again to me? She's like, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Why would they, and it's just, I guess I'm on the list. So all I have to do is go get rid of all those things I accidentally followed. And I might look because no regular woman's gonna go, oh, don't
Yeah,
really want to be
it's a
with
red
him.
flag. Yeah. Well, good. You learned something. By the way, I think you can only unfollow 100 people a day on TikTok. When I first got on TikTok, I also had no idea how the platform worked. I still don't, for the most part. I know how to go on and start talking to people, but I used to think that in order to message people back, I had to accept or follow them back. And I went through and unfollowed everybody, and you can only do like 100 people a day. But anyways, you could go ahead and do that. So you don't watch porn. You think porn is destructive. How old are you?
Yep. I'm 54.
Okay. When did you stop watching porn?
When I was about, consciously, probably
Yeah.
about probably about 45, I said, this is fucking retarded. Unless I'm with a woman, who she'll push it for a little bit. And I'm like, baby, you don't got to do it unless she wants to do it. I know women that like to watch men masturbate. That's their thing. That's just what they like to watch. Nothing else. They can't stand another woman being on the screen.
Hmm.
They don't want to see another woman. And that's her thing. If she wants to do something like that while I'm having sex with her, that's fine with me. I'm not going to get involved with her thing. And she, on the other turn, has to let me watch whatever I want.
Yeah.
But I don't want to I've done many of those things. I'm from Southern California, right? I'm from Southern California, right? And I'm from Southern California, about 40 minutes
Sorry.
from the beach. 40 minutes or so, well, about 50 miles from the beach. Not quite beach community, but in an area where it's okay to walk around with your shirt off. Um, it's super hot around here. You know what I mean? We wear shorts all year round.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
but
man. Hey, well, thanks for sharing.
yep. You guys have a good night.
All right. You too. Take care, man. Bye
All right.
bye. Will you guys follow my backup account, please? Over there, Austin Hamilton. Appreciate that. I need to keep it over 1,000, and it dropped below 1,000. Had me in the first half. Caitlin, I love how quick you are on spotting people's following lists. You always do that. Thank you, Kayla. So there's this guy I follow on Instagram. He's like a cold calling coach, a sales coach. Oh, I just disconnected myself. Oh, well, that's fine. I got back over 1,000. He's a sales coach, and he plays Jenga while he does his cold calling, which is fascinating. And it's so fun to watch him doing his cold calls while he's playing Jenga because he gets to do something. You see him like fiddling with his stuff while he's on his call. So I was like, what can I do that would be interesting? Any ideas? Hey there, what's
Hi.
going on? Hi.
I just thought like I would ask you a question because I know like with like I would say younger men, it's very common to have like I don't want to say urges to watch porn, but given like I don't really know how I'd want to word that. I don't think urge is
Desire.
the right word. Yeah.
Compulsion.
I would say like in a lot of ways, like it depends on the like desire if porn is considered cheating. Like I would say it's considered cheating when you have like the want or need to message like those people privately and get those pictures or videos or whatever you want, right? But I would say like to just watch porn, it wouldn't necessarily be considered cheating if it's not done continuously, if that makes sense.
Got it. All right. Are you in a relationship
I am, yes.
with a man?
Yes.
Okay. How would you feel if you came home and he's sitting on the couch masturbating while watching women have sex on the screen?
With myself, I don't think I would consider it cheating because I've also like watched porn and given like my sexuality, I find men and women both attractive. I would say it's more so of an issue if it's something that like he's trapped in doing and can't get out of it.
Okay. Well,
But if
two
it's
things
like
can be
once,
true. Two things can be true. But all right, so you don't think that wouldn't be a violation of a boundary for you?
not necessarily. I think it depends on the degree.
Okay. At what degree would it violate a boundary for you?
Like following those women on Instagram, following their OnlyFans, and asking for specific content from them, if that makes sense.
Well, can you be more specific what you mean by that?
Um, for example, like asking them to like masturbate to him or his requests.
Masturbate to him? So what does that mean? He's going to expose himself?
Yeah. Like if there was any like correlation between pictures or like asking them to do certain things to make him get off.
Asking him to do certain things?
Like asking them to do certain
Him
things for
asking
him
them.
to get off to. If
Got it.
that makes sense.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but isn't that what he's doing when he's going and watching videos of them? Like he gets
Well,
to
yeah,
take
I
his pick
guess.
of the video. It's usually in the title.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna recite some of the titles of porn videos, but it's like a buffet.
Right.
It's like a buffet of human degeneracy.
Right.
And he's essentially going and picking what he wants or asking for that video. So how is
Right.
that different?
I think in regards to there not being like any like interaction between like messages, like I think that would be my boundary, if that makes sense.
Got it. So messaging another woman, it would be a betrayal for you, but not
Yes.
masturbating to them. That wouldn't be a betrayal.
No.
Make it make sense.
Like watching like porn videos, I don't say would be like cheating, but if he went privately and messaged them and like had the interactions with them, I would consider that cheating.
Got it. Do you have an expectation that your partner only have eyes for you?
No,
Oh, you don't?
I like in regards to commitment, yes, but saying that a woman is attractive and like the trust that I have with my partner, knowing he wouldn't just go off and cheat on me with the boundaries we have set, I wouldn't necessarily say that I have any issues with that. But saying like, oh, that woman like is attractive, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well, there's beautiful people everywhere. We can acknowledge that, right? But I would say, it's not the first look, it's the second look that becomes a problem.
Oh
Or
yes, I
when
100% agree with that.
oh, you do.
I think like if you just like look at someone and just say like they're attractive, but if you like look at them and then you take a second glance, I would say that would be an issue.
Okay. Well, that's like what pornography is. Like, or let's take it a step further. You not just look at them, but then you look at them and start masturbating to them.
Right. I can see what you're saying in that regard then, yes, for sure.
Got it. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
Thanks for letting me share and get to like become educated, I guess is the right word for
Well,
that.
okay. Well, what did you learn?
That depending on like how an addiction could start, it could become an issue. Like, for example, like with what Erica was talking about, and then having those expectations of your partner to do the things that you're witnessing or seeing.
Got it. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Austin, you got crazy. Krista, come on. Come on. You want to chat? Have I chatted with you before? Yeah, I was wondering where you've been gone the last few nights. I have a magnetic screwdriver and I'm balancing screws. Look at that. I wish it would focus. Oh no, one fell. Chris, do you want to come on? I want to argue with a dude. Any dudes out there want to argue? Carl, what about you?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. So I've been married for 23 years, and my wife and I like porn.
Okay. Tell me more.
We get off on it.
Okay. Why?
Yeah. So it's healthy.
It's healthy. Why is
We
it
don't,
healthy?
we don't cheat on each other.
Okay.
So if we're cheating on each other, it's because of porn. Right?
If you're cheating on each other, it's because of porn. Is your wife there? Can we talk to her too?
No, she's sleeping.
Got it. What is it about what is it about the other women's bodies in the porn that you like better than your wife's?
Well, it's women and men. I mean, my wife likes the men, and I like the women. So what's wrong with that?
What do you like about the women different than your wife?
Fucking hot bodies, for one.
Does your wife have one?
It's good enough.
You had to think about that a little bit. Why'd you hesitate?
I don't know. I mean, we're 50, okay? So, like, yeah.
How old are the
You
girls you
probably-
watch in the porn?
About my body.
How old are the
Same
girls
thing
you
for
watch?
my mom.
How old are the girls you watch in the porn?
30s.
30s.
Usually 30s, yeah.
So like about 20 years younger than you?
Fucking 30s, 40s.
Okay. You're probably being a little generous there, but all right, 30s. So
No,
it's
I'm
much
not.
more.
No, I'm not. I don't like the young girls.
Okay. So why do you masturbate while watching 30-year-olds have sex when you're in your 50s married to a woman who presumably is in her 50s as well?
Well, some days. Some days I do. Not many. It's here and there.
Why do you do that?
We have sex about twice a week.
How often do you watch porn?
Once a day.
Once a day?
Yeah.
Why?
Because my brain is wired that way.
Wired what way?
Alcohol, porn, anything that gives me a quick fix. Stress relievers, right?
Dude, have I talked to you before? You definitely didn't come on this account, but have you come on a different account?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's this guy again. This conversation never goes anywhere. What's your other name?
Steve-O.
Steve-O. Why are you trying to hide under a different account?
No, I changed my name.
Oh, you changed your name.
Not for you.
Oh, thanks. I don't care. Why are you on here again? You're always inebriated. Why do you want to talk?
No, I'm not, dude.
Are you sober right now?
Yeah, 100%.
Have you had any alcohol or any substances that?
No.
So this is you sober.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Reality check. I guess.
I guess so.
You thought I was drunk.
Well, I still think you are, or high.
No.
So why
I
do you come
think
on here and
that-
talk to me?
Because you think porn is cheating. I
Yeah,
don't think
I do.
I don't
Great.
think that's the case. I
And
don't
we've
think
established that.
that's-
Okay, fine. You can have that belief.
I've been
Why do you
married
keep
for
coming on here?
23 years. I've been
I got
married for 23 years and never cheated on my wife. And we watch porn. So what do you say about that?
I say, hey,
Congrats. Congrats, right?
I
You,
wouldn't say
you should
congrats.
congratulate because you think porn is cheating.
Mm-hmm.
If people watch porn, it's cheating.
That's my opinion. Yes.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, it's my opinion. That's it. And you have your opinion,
It's not
and
the
that's fine.
facts. It's not the facts, Jack.
Well, it's an opinion.
Yeah. Well, to each his own.
Great. So why do you keep coming on here and talking to me?
You have this podcast that says, "Is porn cheating?" with
Uh-huh.
question marks. I'm
Yeah.
saying no.
Okay. And okay. I'll ask you the question one more time, and then I'll kick you off.
It's not cheating.
Why do you keep coming on here and talking to me?
Because you're spreading lies.
Because I'm spreading lies. I'm sharing an opinion. How is my opinion a lie?
Good luck with that.
Thank you. It works very well.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Okay. Are you lonely?
No.
Got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Got it. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing.
No. Yeah. What?
I knew I recognized that voice. Man. Do I give advice? I try not to. I try just to ask questions to make you think. Hello, Debbie.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. How about you?
I'm doing good, thanks. Hello, Danielle. What's going on? Is porn cheating?
Well, you know, it's funny. I was raised by a deacon and I believed it was cheating, and I still do to an extent. I think that it's more of like an emotional cheating, but it kind of changed a little bit as I got older to where now I think if you're contacting the person, if I was to walk into with my man doing that, I wouldn't think it was cheating as long as he wasn't contacting them or trying to see them or involving them in any way, shape, or form,
Got it.
which is kind of different.
All right, so if you come home and
Because
your
definitely was not
partner's
raised that way.
masturbating while watching other people have sex, you wouldn't have an issue with that?
I used to. I don't know more.
Right, I'm just clarifying.
I don't know really
you would
why,
not
what
have
happened.
You would not have an issue with that?
No,
Got it. Are you married?
no, I wouldn't. Yes,
You're married. Okay. How long have you been married?
35 years.
Okay. What do you think changed to where you used to think that and now you don't?
I don't know. I think because in reality, there is no porn sex or porn bodies really out there. Most couples are not like that. Maybe some are. And I know you're watching it, and even when they say watch, the way I was raised watching it is more like the lust, and the lust is what was cheating. But I think that when you involve other people, that's their business. I'm not saying what they do is right or wrong. But when you start involving or hooking up or doing other things like that, swinging, then I think it's cheating.
Got it.
If
What
it's
about
just watching something, it's like watching a movie.
got it. What about soliciting nude pictures or videos from other people? Is that cheating?
No, definitely. Yes,
Definitely
that is
not.
to me.
Oh, that is. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what watching porn is.
It is soliciting, but you're not like you're not personally sending out your pictures. If you're just watching from a watching standpoint, I can understand. Now, if you're trying to send your pictures or get theirs, then I think it's wrong.
Okay. Solicit means to try to obtain something from someone. When you go on the internet and you click a button, the literal technical term for that is to request something. So literally what you're doing is you're requesting an image or video from someone, which is the exact same thing as soliciting something from someone.
I guess, yes, that is, but it would be more emotional if it was more, I guess, personal. Because you're not going to be personal watching the TV and watching the movie.
Okay, but let's go back to the question. If you solicit
Yeah.
pictures or videos from somebody, nude pictures or videos, you said that would be cheating.
But I solicited videos not of nude people at the movies when you're watching a movie. You know, I don't see where, if it's going beyond it to where you, I think, want to meet them in more one-on-one is one thing. Yeah, you're soliciting, but you're not sharing your pictures, you're not sharing them, and you're not getting something personal sent back to you. You're soliciting, I guess, for the viewers is how you would do it.
Well, movies are
If it's-
categorically different than porn, unless it's a pornographic.
Definitely. Exactly.
What would you prefer? Your husband masturbate while watching other women have sex, or that he not do that?
Well, actually, probably more or less it would be, I guess it's something that, if it was all the time, maybe there would be a problem with it. If it was just like he needed to do that one time, that would be kind of okay. But I would prefer it to be with me, not with the TV or a movie. But I wouldn't hold it against him for that.
Why do you prefer that?
Because I'm usually the one that's more interested than he is.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I think it's more like I would have more of the, I guess, the drive than he does. And maybe he needs that to help him along. Because when you get older, that's what happens.
Well, but the solution doesn't have to be other people.
True. But that can excite, the couple in a relationship too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't say I would, I don't mind if they were watching it. It doesn't really bother me. I'd prefer it not to be maybe on if I was in there. It just depends on the situation. But if he was doing it and that's where he's to help him, then I would think it would be okay as long as it didn't get over into an emotional standpoint of it. I guess that's kind of how I'm saying. I wouldn't want them to collect numbers
Got it.
or to send pictures.
But collecting usernames is okay?
Well, no, not even usernames, just watching a video.
Do you
Not
think
like
that-
live.
Not live?
Yeah, not live.
Got
Not
it.
like webcam, just a video.
Just a video.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Has he always watched porn?
No.
When did he start?
Well, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, I know that they went to dance places, guys, but he never really went there a lot. He wasn't someone who went there often, but he did go like with his brother for bachelor parties and things like that.
Yeah, you're minimizing the behavior. Why are you doing that?
Minimizing it?
Yeah, you're like, he went to strip clubs, but not that much. How many times would he have to go to a strip club for it to be a problem for you?
Well, he's only went like maybe 5 times in his life.
5 times.
Yeah. It's not something he goes to. It's not something but he did for a bachelor party and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay. What did you come on here to talk about?
I wanted to know what you thought. Did you think it was cheating? And what makes it, how do you see it as total cheating?
Well, I think if you're in a committed monogamous relationship with another person, you've said something like, I love you, only you,
Yes.
mind, body, and soul, till death do us part. I think if you deviate from that commitment with another person, whether it's on a screen or not, I think that goes against the commitment you made and is therefore cheating.
Do you feel like, do you bring it on, like, is that more like a religious background or the way you were raised, or is that just how you've always felt?
I can give you a religious argument for that. I can give you a non-religious argument for that. I can give you my feeling. Which do you want?
However you want to say it.
I just said it the way that I say it.
That makes sense. That was just basically it. I wanted to see how you felt about it and what other viewers feel like about, feel about it also.
Well, I'm not. Can I make a observation here that might not be right?
Sure.
Okay. I don't think you're really settled on what you think your viewpoint is on it. I think you've kind of just settled and lowered the bar for what you're willing to accept from your husband because you kind of gave up trying to demand more. But maybe I'm wrong.
There's probably some truth there, maybe. Maybe it is more of a, I think if I was more backing something stronger, I would probably be not so much, thinking about it and kind of like, Or my answers would be clear and definite, other than it's just like, I'm okay with it now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I did settle. I never really quite looked at it like that.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's something for you to look at there.
I will, most definitely.
Okay. All right. Well,
All
thanks
right.
for
Thank you very much.
thanks for sharing.
Thank
right.
you, Austin. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Bye. Toodles. I'm going to take up knitting. Just kidding. Can I come on? I have a question. Weren't you already on, Amy? Hey, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. Are you 18 or over?
I am 20 years old.
Okay. What's going on?
I sound young.
You are young.
So I basically have a question. I do think porn is cheating. I've been in a relationship now for 3 years with my boyfriend. And I guess he was introduced to porn at a really young age. I think it was like 12 or 13. Which I found really sad. And I told him right off the bat, like, that's not something that is going to be happening in a relationship I'm in. I'm just not comfortable with it. So I set those boundaries very early on. And then a couple months into our relationship, I found it on his phone. We had a really serious conversation. And then I thought that was that. And then a few months later, it happened again. And then I was like, okay, like, you're lying to me now. This isn't okay. Like, this is behind my back. You're trying to hide it and whatnot. And this time, like, I felt like he was really regretful, which obviously I feel like he's just going to say that no matter what, but whatever. And then again, like, this has happened probably, I want to say, like, 7 times throughout our relationship. And it got to a point where, like, I knew, like, he would, like, cry and like feel terrible. And then from the last time, it got to a point where I kind of had to give an ultimatum, and I was just like, I won't be with you. So how do you think, what can I do to support him in that? Or do you think it's just like, give up?
Well, this person in the comments just made a brilliant comment. End of call. You're settling for less, ma'am. See previous caller.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think, like, that's something, it's just all, like, it has to
Well,
be that person?
here's my question. You said that when you started this relationship, you discovered that he had been exposed to pornography around the age of 12 or 13.
Yes.
And what you said to him was, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not going to be in a relationship with somebody who watches porn, right?
Correct.
Then a couple months later, you found the porn. And now it's been 3 years. and you're still in a relationship with someone who watches porn.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I guess because I just keep hoping that it'll change. And like I feel like I'm also Christian. I guess I can preface that. And he grew up Catholic. And so at first I was like, is this like a religious standpoint? Is this like like no matter what, religious or whatever, it's disrespectful and it's wrong because I set that boundary. But like I guess it's just the hopeful part of me, and I'm like, I hope that it'll just stop and one day he'll just listen. Recently, like I have complete access to his phone, and he like we talk about it often now, like, and he's very open with it. Right now he's 3 months clean, and like he's pretty open with me, but like I still have that trust broken. So I'm just at a complicated spot.
Yeah, got it. Well, yeah, it's hard, right? I understand your desire, and like you probably love the guy, and so you're wanting to
Yeah.
work this out. But here's the thing: is this your role to figure this out for him?
100%. Yeah.
It is.
No, sorry. Like I'm just agreeing
Oh,
with you.
okay, got it. Like, what work has he done to try to work on this?
I feel like this is how he
I don't want to
explains
know.
it to
I don't
me.
want to know what you feel like he's doing. I want to know what has he done.
He's put up blockers on his phone, but I guess that I can't even say that because they've been deleted
Yeah,
before,
those
like
those don't work.
last year. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um. Yeah. Honestly, like all it is just words of him talking to me
Okay.
and checking up and being yeah.
Yeah. So
Bullshit.
his actions indicate that he doesn't want to change, and the evidence of what you're doing suggests that you actually don't mind being in a relationship with somebody who watches porn. That's the reality.
Okay.
Fair?
Well, no, but like I completely understand why you're saying that because I'm still in this relationship.
Right. There's a saying: we have what we want. You have what you want, which is you have a relationship where you don't have to stir the pot too much because it might get too much uncomfortable. I'm
Right.
sorry, it might get too uncomfortable. So you have what you want, meaning like you don't have to put up too much of a fight. You get to still be there. You get to worry about this. You get to try to fix him. So what do you really want?
I guess I like to see the good in people, and I kind of am like a suck up in that way. Like and it's not just for like my boyfriend or whatever. It's just for like with my friends or whatever. I like to see the best in people, and I feel like people can change, but like at what cost? Because we've already been through this so many times.
Yeah,
I
and there's tons of people that have in the comments been saying I did this 18 years, 20 years, 35 years. You've been doing
yeah
it 3 years so far. What's
yeah.
what's gonna be different that will make you not be one of those people that gets to 20 years without
Totally.
anything
Do
changing?
you think that it's possible to overcome a porn addiction?
I know it's possible.
So at what point do I like you're like from your perspective you think that I should just end this relationship?
No, that's not my perspective.
Okay.
I don't know what the answer is for you. That could
Okay.
be one outcome you take.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be unreasonable, but I
Yeah.
don't know what you need to do. I would rather help you figure out why have you not left it if you claim to be somebody who doesn't want to be in a relationship with somebody who watches porn.
Right.
You're not married to him. It sounds like you don't have kids, right?
No.
Okay. There's something keeping you there.
I think it's honestly just because I love him. And that sounds stupid and I'm young. We do live together. We have 2 dogs together. I feel like I'm so far in where it's like at the point where it's like, hey, we're either getting married or it's not, you know?
Hmm.
And this is like the one thing that I'm like, it's always in the back of my mind. Now, for these past 3 months, I've just been thinking about it. And I came across your live and I was just like, maybe I should just like ask because I've never talked about it with anyone.
Yeah. Well, here's the question. You said you're a Christian. Are you guys sleeping together?
Yes.
Okay, you're living together.
Yeah.
You've combined your bodies, you've combined your finances, you've combined a lot of other stuff, presumably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you playing married if you're not married?
Because I'm 20 and we're both working on saving money, if I'm completely honest.
Okay, well, I don't know what the right order is for you, right? But
Yeah,
it's like we're kind of doing like married people stuff over here and not over
totally.
here, but it's like, okay, well, what are you guys doing here?
Honestly, like I grew up very, very Christian. I grew up in a Christian home. My dad's a pastor. Um, and at one point my mental health got super bad. And and then I met him like a year after, I would want to say, and my home life wasn't great. And so I ended up moving out with him. And, like he's not a horrible person at all whatsoever. And he helped me a lot in those certain areas. And he's honestly my best friend. And so I'm just waiting till we can take that next step together. But this is the only thing that
Yeah,
is
got
kind
it.
of stopping it.
Can I make an observation that may or may not be true?
For sure.
He provided something to you that was better than what you were getting at home.
Yeah,
And so you jumped into that boat.
totally.
And the boat's got a hole in it, a really big hole,
Yes, and it is sinking.
and it's sinking. And there's only enough room for one person on that door, like the Titanic.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm like bucketing water out and he's like splashing it out every once in a while. So it's like I either want him to grab a bucket and patch the hole up and let's sail, or I'm jumping off.
And for 3 years, you've been waiting for him to do that, and he's not doing it. So,
Yeah. But at what point?
What's the woman's name in the Titanic? Rose.
Yes, Rose.
So Rose, what are you gonna do? You're putting your hand
Well,
out,
that's
but
what I'm
everybody
asking you.
knows Jack could have gotten on that door as well, but Jack didn't. What was wrong with Jack? He chose to drown.
That's true. I guess I see this hope, and like I genuinely know he wants to stop. I do know that, and I understand addiction. I've gone through addiction, not porn, weed, nicotine, and like if I can relate it to anything like that, I don't even know if that makes sense. I know that it's extremely hard being exposed to it so young. It breaks my heart that so many boys get exposed to it. But at the same time, that's not an excuse for him, and I know it is wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just in limbo.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, you're going to keep on answering these questions. I don't know the answer for you, but what I do know, what will be part of the answer is courage on your part, having the courage to do something hard
Yeah.
and to get uncomfortable. You have a certain level of comfort with the situation. I get to be mad at the porn. I get to try to fix him. I get some value and validation in that. And then when
Yeah.
he gets mad or when he doesn't, or I find out about it, I get to be a certain level of mad, but I get to try to tamper my anger a little bit. And then you just keep on doing that. It's familiar to you. You know you can handle that for now.
Yeah, totally. I feel like also another factor that's really hard for me is like out of like the 7 times that like this has come up in a relationship, and who knows, maybe more behind my back, there's been a couple times where he came to me and was like, hey, I watched porn, I'm feeling so guilty, I needed to tell you, I'm so sorry. And then to me, I'm like, why would he tell me if he's not trying, type of thing.
Yeah. Well, he might be trying, and look, I'm sure he's a great guy. All right. He might be trying to the best of his ability,
Yeah.
but he probably doesn't have the tools to figure this out. All right. So time for some new tools. Who else in his life knows that he struggles with pornography?
Honestly, I don't think any of his friends, because I'm assuming all of his friends are probably addicted to porn too.
Yeah. So presumably
yeah.
nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shame, festers in the darkness, but it can't stand being spoken to the light. He probably is carrying a tremendous amount of shame over this. And you are now complicit in keeping his shame in the dark. Now it's both you guys.
Yeah.
And again, it's not your responsibility, but you are helping carry his shame.
Totally.
The way that you get out of the shame is you speak it to the light. Now, how do you do that? Well, you can talk to a therapist, a coach, a counselor, a pastor, a recovery group, friends, parents. You got to talk about it. Get it out there. Journal. There's many ways to do that.
Yeah. So would you like recommend I'm literally treating you like a therapist right now. I'm so sorry. I know most people on here are like fighting with you, but I was like, I genuinely just want someone to like talk to about this. Would you say like first step, obviously like we're very open about it and we talk about it. So like I feel like the communication part like we've got down pretty well now. But the next step you're saying talk to like someone else.
Well, I don't think you've really got that down. I think you guys have found a way to
cope with it.
To cope with it and not actually talk about the problem. You guys are talking about the surface of the problem, but you're not actually talking about the problem. You guys have found a way to bring it enough up to where it's like, okay, we both kind of know what's going on. Yeah, we're dancing around it. We're dancing around it. Caitlin, can you come on here? I got to pee. Do you know Caitlin and Honest Love? Amy, do you know Caitlin? Do you follow an Honest Love?
I don't. I'm sorry. No.
You got to follow her.
Okay.
She's going to pinch it for me while I go pee.
Okay, perfect.
Everybody follow Caitlin. An Honest Love.
Hi.
Can you talk to her, Caitlin?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm like setting up Valentine's for tomorrow.
Oh, exciting.
For my kids, I know it's like last minute. I think it's 1:00 here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been enjoying this conversation. Just been a bystander here.
Yeah.
I can tell how much you care about him, which I think is great. But you're asking a lot of really good questions. Yeah. Do you think he'd be open to like chatting with someone or getting outside help? I know typically there's like a lot of shame tied to these topics. So
to be honest, I've never asked him because that's actually never even come across my brain at all. Yeah, I guess like if I could bring that up to him, I know that he was very willing to read a book because I was doing so much research, like racking my brain, like how do I help him, like whatever. And he was like, yeah, like if you want me to read this book, like 100% I'll be open. Because I heard this person talking online and they were like, this book changed my life. Like it helped me quit porn, like whatever. So I'm just like anything.
Yeah. Do you remember what book it is? I'm curious.
I don't remember what book it was. I actually saw someone talking about it at Unwanted. Is it that one? I don't know.
That's a good one too.
Recommends. It's a good one.
Okay, I'm going to write this down right now.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so someone was talking about it on TikTok and he was very open to it. I'm going to be completely honest, we're financially not amazing. So I'm like, I cannot spend that money on a book right now. And then I just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah. All right.
Amy, do your parents know what you're going through?
No, not with the porn thing at all. No.
You said something wasn't going well at your home. Are you open to sharing more about that?
It wasn't anything to do with my parents necessarily. Like I felt pretty suffocated with the whole Christianity thing, and I was just being like a rebellious teenager wanting to go drink and smoke weed and do all these things. And I was dealing with an eating disorder for a number of years. And this is so random, but I had a room at my parents' house in the basement. And that room just like, it sounds crazy, but it just felt like evil. Like that room just made me feel so dark and whatever. I was always open with my parents. I've had multiple therapists. And they've always, like, with the eating disorder, they always kind of were like, Amy, like, you need to eat, and like stressing me out with certain meals and times and whatnot. And with my boyfriend, he kind of just was like, hey, I'm making food, and just like would make me some, and like kind of like he helped me heal in a lot of ways that were I don't know, kind of less forceful, which just made me feel super comfortable, and was always very sweet and kind, and would pick me up at 2 a.m. when I was really struggling, just in a very innocent, like caring way. And that's when I decided, like, we just moved in together. And my parents at first, obviously being extremely Christian, were like, Lord, what is happening to my daughter? And then after they met him, and they got to know him very well, they actually became very like accepted him. And we all, like, this is the best relationship I've had with my parents, like, in years. We're all super close. So they're super supportive of us. Probably not loving that we're living together, but support us still.
Are you, and they have no idea that you're going through this whole porn thing?
No, not at all.
Would you be willing to tell them what's actually going on for you?
Yeah, the only thing that I feel like would hold me back is kind of throwing my boyfriend under the bus. Like, I would feel bad. I know
Well-
my parents wouldn't judge him, but I would just feel guilty, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I got that. I mean, certainly. And can you, well, yeah, one, it's your story to share that you've been betrayed.
Totally.
But could you ask for his permission? Say, hey, I'd really like just to tell my parents what's going on.
Yeah, I could. I feel like I always try to kind of like think like how I would feel the other way around, which I feel like I need to stop doing as much. But if I were him, I would be like, absolutely not. Don't tell your parents that, you know?
Well, sure, but again, here's the thing: is shame festers in the darkness. He's got shame. You've got shame. Everybody's got shame now. Your dogs have shame because of what's going on here.
Totally. Yeah.
And so again, it sounds like you're pretty comfortable telling your parents this, and that they're going to love you guys and accept what's going on, and probably even help you through it.
Yeah, my
Right,
dad
and
would for sure bring us a pastor or something.
Well, sure. I mean, and I totally hear the religious trauma. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is a whole nother thing to work through.
Totally.
Could that be a first step into, hey, let's just let some people in on what's actually going on for us? Because the problem with what you're doing, or what people do, is we try to mask all these issues we have. It's like, I don't want people to see him in this light. But
Right.
Amy, the reality is that's who he is. He's the guy that watches porn.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Sorry. Okay.
It's actually really funny you say that, because I like am kind of in a limbo right now with like my own faith in Christianity, and still trying to figure everything out. But I started going to church again, and one of my old friends from church, I was talking to her about my vape addiction, and she literally was like, why? I think you should tell your parents, like, that actually might help you quit, because I was like trying to quit. And she was like, what if you had your parents to hold you accountable? And I was like, absolutely not, like, whatever. But it's funny that you said that, because that literally happened like 2 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, again, I don't know if that's the right path for you, but having community support you through this will be part of the path to healing. I promise you that.
Yeah.
And knowing kind of your religious stuff too, reading this book will be super helpful for you.
Okay.
Can we start a GoFundMe for Amy to buy her this book?
Yes, please. I'm out here in the boonies.
Where do you live?
I live in Manitoba, Canada.
Oh, wow. That's very
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yep, very.
Yeah. I don't even know if I could spot that on a map.
And do you know like where that is?
No, it's just north of me. That's all I know. Oh, Manitoba. Oh yeah, my family originally is from North Dakota, so it's like
Oh,
kind of
cool.
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well. All right. I don't normally ask this question on TikTok, but I do with my coaching calls. But what's your biggest takeaway here from this conversation?
Honestly, I was like really nervous to hop on here, because I heard all of these like really weird people being like porn isn't cheating, and I was like kind of scared, because it's like coming from a completely different perspective for asking help. But my biggest takeaway, I'd say, is probably like you've said it a couple times, like I don't know the exact way you worded it, but like not like hiding this, like kind of opening it up to other people, because I kind of felt suffocated, like going back and forth just between him. So I think like even talking to my friends as a first step, and then eventually maybe parents or whatever, I think would be actually very healthy for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Great.
honestly, when he gets home tonight, I want to talk to him about this.
Yeah. Good. Well, good. Fierce conversations are what
Yeah,
will
exactly.
get you out of this.
All right.
job.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your advice and yeah, just everything, the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I appreciate it as well. Thanks for chatting, Amy.
Yeah, of course. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. And thank you, Caitlin, for hopping in. All right. I'm going to take like maybe one more, and then I'm going to go to play Fortnite. I'm going to start a gaming channel, people. I know you guys probably don't care about that, but I'm going to start a Twitch and play Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I play with my son. It's so fun. We only play on the weekends, though. So if you guys want to watch how bad I am at Fortnite, stay tuned for that. Porn Coach is coming to Fortnite. By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, both for men dealing with unwanted sexual behavior, such as pornography or sex addiction, and women dealing with betrayal trauma. If you're interested in scheduling a private call with me, you can do that using the link in my bio. It's $50 for a 30-minute call. And then I also have groups. We meet on Tuesday nights or Wednesday afternoons. The women's group is on Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m. The men's group is at 10 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday as well as another one on 3 p.m. Wednesday Eastern time. And it's a great place to come and heal together because healing doesn't occur until it's witnessed empathetically. Yeah, the groups are online on Zoom. It's a great place to be together. Thank you, Caitlin, for the shout out. But seriously, shame. It's a silent killer. Silent killer. You can sign up for that or schedule a discovery call using the link in my bio. Do you have the full college interviews posted? No, I don't. I've got a couple more clips. In fact, I'll post another clip tonight. I don't know how I'm going to edit the long ones. My video guy, I'm going to call him right now and yell at him. He never answers. You might do the women's call. Great. Do the women's call. How do you decide when it's time to leave a married partner because of the addiction? Yeah, good question. I would say first, have you worked on it? Have you tried to restore the marriage? I'd say it's always worth putting in a good faith effort for both of you, but it takes two people to heal a marriage. It takes one to really F it up. It takes two to heal it. So you both got to be committed to healing. I guess it technically takes two to F it up because it takes two people to be in a relationship, but you get the point. Do I think it's cheating? Yeah, I think it's cheating. All right, video guy's not answering. So I don't know when I'll have the other videos posted. All right, who's next? How do we know if they're lying? Well, I guess you can't really know that. Hello. Oh, wow, we got a person with a camera on.
Hi. What's
it going?
happening?
Not much. Is porn cheating?
Oh my gosh. Like, look at me. That is crazy.
Well, you're here on TikTok talking about porn.
Yeah.
Is porn cheating?
I think so, yes.
You think so? Yes. Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay. Tell me more.
Do you think porn is cheating?
I do. I think if you're in a committed monogamous relationship with another person, you've said something like, I love you, only you, mind, body, and soul till death do us part. I think if you violate that agreement whether it's using a person on a screen or otherwise, that is cheating.
Nice.
So, are you in a relationship with somebody who watches porn?
Yeah. Well, I was,
Okay.
and he says he quit.
He says he quit. Okay. And
Am I not supposed to believe him?
well, I don't know. Do you believe him?
Kinda.
Okay. But you're not in the in the relationship anymore?
No, yeah, we're married.
Oh, you are married. I thought you said you weren't
Yeah.
married.
No, I am totally
Oh,
married.
oh, you're
Happily
married.
married, actually.
Got it. So you're married, and your husband, I'm assuming, your husband says he stopped watching porn?
Yes.
Got it. And you don't believe him?
I mean, I do. Absolutely, I do. Um,
Okay. Is he there right now? Can we get him on?
no, he's sleeping.
He's sleeping. Okay.
hmm
Well,
It'd
why'd you
be
come on
nice if
here?
we could get him on.
Why'd you come on here to chat?
Um, just to see what everybody else was saying, I guess.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Like, can you actually stop?
Can somebody stop watching porn?
hmm
Yes.
Like, isn't it a natural thing, though?
To masturbate while watching strangers have sex?
Yeah.
Oh, do you think that's natural?
Everyone says it is.
Who's everyone?
Most men, I guess. A lot of women. Like, I have a lot of friends, honestly, that are like, I do the same thing, you know?
Hmm. Well, a lot of people do a lot of things. Most men also said women shouldn't vote just 100 years ago.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. That's kind of different, I guess. I don't know. You're asking me a question.
Well,
Well,
I'm just saying, just because most people think something doesn't mean it's right.
yeah.
What are you really wrestling with here?
Like, all of our friends and that are saying, you know, porn is normal. Porn is a natural thing. All men look at porn. Um, I agree 100%, but at the same time, if it becomes a habitual thing, a daily regimen, that is not right, I guess.
What do you want?
I don't
What do
know.
you want? What are you wanting to say to your husband?
I just don't even talk about it anymore.
Why?
Because it just kind of creates like, not havoc, but it's almost like you're crazy. I don't do that. Um,
You have multiple results, including the word you said. Please speak more specifically.
Alexa. Alexa. Just
I
said-
know. Stop listening to me. Isn't that a freaking thing? I don't know.
So what did you find out? What did you discover in your marriage?
I discovered he just said he was going to stop stop doing it.
How long ago did he say that?
It's been like a year and a half.
And when did you first discover or know that he was watching porn?
Probably I think he always has, which again, I feel like it's okay, but it got to the point where it was like too much.
Okay. So you think that he's always used pornography, and you've tried to believe that it's okay, and it finally got to the point where you think it's too much?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened when you got to that point?
Well, obviously I was upset.
Did he ever cheat on you physically?
Knock on wood, I don't think he has, no.
Okay. Okay.
That is the dog that is making
got
that
that.
noise in the background.
I got that. Do you trust that he's actually stopped watching porn?
I mean, that's all I can do, because if you're in a relationship, that's what you have to have.
Yeah.
So, kind of, but there's always a doubt, right?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You guys have been married how long?
Well, 3 years, but we've been together 8.
I thought you said like 35 or something like that. What? No, 3
No.
years. 3 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's nice that you think we've been together 30.
Well, I was trying not to ask how old you are. How old is he? Let me ask you that.
48.
48. Okay. So 48 years old, and roughly a year and a half ago, you had some sort of conversation where he claimed that he would stop watching pornography.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and I don't know anything about this guy, but we'll just assume, could be wrong, that he had started using pornography or something like pornography when he was in his early teenage years.
I don't know.
Caitlin, are you actually wanting to come on here? So let's just say that he's got 20 or 30 years of history with it. The odds of getting clean from pornography without getting some sort of professional help, it's basically 0%. The odds of relapse within 6 months is basically 0. If you're not getting professional help. Yeah, it did show Caitlin, but I'll just ignore it. So I'm not saying he's lying. However, I would say that I would question whether he's being truthful or not, which I think is the same question that you're having.
Come on, guys. Yeah, probably.
So, what's the
really don't
conversation
know.
you want to have with him?
I have no idea. I just hope he's being truthful, to be honest.
What if he isn't?
What if he isn't?
Billy Boy, that's an interesting number you just put in there. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just Googled it myself. I found a resource that said the odds of approximately 1 in 5 people will remain in recovery 1 year after a full addiction treatment program, with around 80 to 85% of people relapsing in that time, meaning only 15 to 20% of addicts stay clean. There's a 40% chance of relapsing within the first 2 years of recovery. And this is from Resurgence Behavioral Health. Whatever that's worth.
We just don't talk about it.
You just don't talk about it. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Katie, it seems like you're wanting more.
I'll be like, what's happening today? Or we just don't talk about it.
Well, what else is not working in your relationship?
I can't say that there's anything else not working.
Got
He
it.
is like a sweetheart, and I swear he's a lover and everything.
Got it. Are you lonely?
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. Of course I am. Like, I have a bunch of other things going on. I
Like?
sound like a crazy person. Well, my mom's here on hospice. This is a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I actually have to tend to her, like, more than not.
Mm-hmm.
That is, like, huge. My
Mm-hmm.
brothers do not partake in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know this isn't a therapy session, but kind of is. So, yeah. I don't know.
Well, you're dealing with a lot. You're dealing with caring for your mother who's at the end of life, it sounds like, without
Yeah.
support from your siblings, and you have a fracture in your relationship that's leading to, maybe a lack of feeling safe.
Yeah, my dad also died in April. My sister-in-law died in January. And my brother-in-law died in July. Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a massive amount of grief, Katie,
Yeah.
that you're carrying. And just to name it, you're dealing with the grief of what you thought this relationship was, on top of all these other grief. You got so much going on, Katie.
Yeah. For sure.
What do you do with
It's a
all
lot.
this?
Well, I guess nothing. Like, just try to take care of everybody. What else am I supposed to do? Honestly. It's a lot.
Well, what about you? Who takes care of you?
I don't know. Me, I guess. My mom is really sweet, and she's always looking out for me. My husband does, like, do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a good question. It's
Yeah.
a very good question. It's a huge question. I don't know who takes care of me. I guess me. But at the same time, I'm just like, you're going through a lot. So I have a couple friends that actually call and check, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you tell them everything that's going on for you?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you
No, I
don't?
always tell everyone I'm fine.
I'm
Because I
fine.
am.
I'm fine, but my husband's watching porn, my mom's dying, my brother-in-law, sister-in-law died, and all these people are dying, but I'm fine. Everything's fine. I don't need to tell you what's really
Every,
going on.
yeah, everything is fine. Everything in my mind, everything is fine. My mom always raised me to be completely a strong person, and that's how I roll. Like,
Yeah.
what else am I supposed to do?
Well, great. It's great to be a strong person. And is it okay for you to be undone, for you to cry, to mourn, to grieve, to feel the sadness and the pain?
I go in the basement to cry because I don't want my mom to see me cry.
Ooh, what would happen if your mom saw you cry?
I think she would feel sad, I guess.
And
She doesn't want me to feel sad.
she doesn't get to decide that.
Yeah,
Do you feel sad?
sometimes. A lot of times. Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, I absolutely feel sad, but it's gonna be okay because who else is gonna take care of you but you? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you have to be a strong person to make it through life. That's just what God gives you the strength to be strong. Because without that, what are you going to do? Right?
Do you think it's an act of strength to cry and be held by somebody and let somebody hold you?
Um, that would be great. And that
Who
does
who
happen.
who holds you? Who holds your pain and your tears? Besides the
I do.
basement.
That's right. That's funny. Um, I just run to the basement
When did you learn that?
run to the
When
basement.
Yeah.
It's more so like if I have to do laundry or switch a laundry, I like hold it in, like, let me just go switch a laundry real quick and I'll go down there and like fight it. And, you know, you can't, you can't let people see that though, right?
Why not?
Um, because again, I don't want my mom to be like sad to see me sad.
Did your mom, were you allowed to feel sad when you were a kid?
My mom has always been the person, suck it up, you're gonna be fine. So maybe not.
Hmm. So there wasn't the room for you to feel your feelings, to be sad, to be in pain. And
I guess.
I'm curious if, this analogy of the basement, if there's something in your childhood that reminds you of that, a place you would run to when you needed to go cry and let it out.
I guess when I was a child, it was more my room and not the basement. But now that she's here with the cancer, I'm just like, I don't want her to see me upset because I don't I don't want her to feel bad because she's dying.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of
And she,
responsibility for you to carry how she feels as well. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're kind of right about that.
So what would it look like for you to choose yourself? To live into a different story where it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to feel pain, it's okay to be held and comforted and
Where
not
do I
have to hide
have
it.
that option right now, though?
Your mom's in the other room, isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely. But where do I have the option to be like, Mom, I'm sad. I want to be strong for her like she was strong for me.
Well, why would telling your mom you're sad, why would that mean you're not being strong for her?
Because my mom is a freaking rock star. She never has been sad. Like, I've seen her sad maybe 5 times in my life. I'm 48. Like, she's always been the person to be like, you have to keep fighting. You have to live life. You have to.
Well, here's the problem with that. If you're trying not to be sad, we can't selectively numb our emotions. If you
No,
numb
we can't.
one, you numb them all. So that's where that's a limiting way of being, to try to not be sad. If we cut off sadness, we cut off happiness or joy. If we try to
Okay.
not be angry, we cut off other emotions as well.
Wow, that's a very good analogy.
So what if it could actually lead to a more enriching experience of life with your mom and others? If you can just show a little bit more what's really going on.
Okay.
And that can be an act of strength.
Yeah. Oh, good point. I actually have to write that down.
David, that's a good point. He said, does it matter where she goes? The basement maybe represents down or hell or below, like hiding, right? So you go into hiding when you want to actually deal with your pain or your feelings.
Okay, let's not say hell, though.
Okay.
Never.
Why did that word catch you that way?
'Cause I'm like never in hell. I believe in Jesus wholeheartedly. Like hell would, but am I looking at it in a different perspective?
Do you know the shortest and arguably most powerful verse in the Bible?
Give it to me.
Jesus wept. Jesus cried.
Yeah.
Jesus showed his pain as an act of
Okay.
strength, not of
Oh,
weakness.
that's a good one. I like that. I literally am gonna write that down. Like, I'm gonna have to write that down right now. I am just kind of not learning by any means, but
You are. So am I. We're all learning. If we're not learning, we're not growing. It's great to learn.
no, it is.
Everybody loves you. Look at the comments, Katie. You see that?
I don't. No, I'm not even paying
Now,
attention to them.
now's a great time to look at the comments. OMG, I love her. She's so sweet. We love you, Katie. She's so sweet.
Aww.
You're so strong.
Everyone says, all of my friends say that. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends.
So
I do. I have a lot of support. My mom has a lot of support. I do not know how this got here. And thank you, everybody. It's just like really hard.
hmm yeah.
I have 4 dogs. Here I go. Why am I telling you I have 4 dogs? I don't know.
Well, because
2,
you were probably 10 seconds away from continuing that thought and starting to cry, and then you started talking about the dogs to stop yourself from
maybe.
it, which is fine. Look,
Yeah.
Katie, you came on here to talk about porn,
Yeah.
maybe. But here's the thing, it's never about the porn. It's always about what else is going on the inside. Porn's a distraction for everything else going on in your life. Right? You got so much you're carrying. I mean, sure, the porn's an issue, right? But, okay, well, why is it that you're hiding your pain, hiding your feelings, and not truly showing people what's going on for you? You don't have a lot of time left with your mom, Katie.
I know.
What do you want it to be like?
Honestly, I want it to be like our normal phone conversations, but it's weird since she's been here in hospice. Like, we don't have our normal phone conversations like we used to. And when she's in the same room and I see her getting sick, it's hard to have a conversation with someone that, I don't know.
Yeah, look, I got it. That is hard. I don't know the path for you, but what I think is part of this is for you relearning that it's okay to have feelings, to have emotions, and to express them with other people present. Not tuck them down to the basement.
Yeah. I hate it that I run down there. And it's not like it's every day, guys. It's just like, I don't even know. Sometimes it's just overwhelming. And I don't want to let her see me upset because I don't want her to be upset because I'm upset. And I'm just like, I'm going to change the laundry. And that's where the basement thing comes in.
Yeah.
Or anybody, anything. There's so much more to this.
There absolutely is, right?
Yeah.
And you're trying to control her and how she feels, and that probably started when you were really, really young. You learned it wasn't okay to express your feelings, and you ran to your room to do that, to go cry in private.
Pretty much. Yeah. Because if not, my brothers would make fun of it.
Yeah.
Cry, baby, go cry, whatever. But we all go through it. Everybody goes through it.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish I had more of a loving, at least one brother. I had 2, or have 2, not had.
Mm-hmm.
And not one of them are just like, let me hug you. And I'm the successful one out of everybody. But then they're mean because I'm successful. I'm not saying I'm like hugely successful. Nothing like that. I just have my stuff together.
You're more successful than your brothers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Orientation.
Yeah, like I don't rely on anybody. I don't rely on my parents. I don't rely on my mate. I'm independent.
Katie, That's the problem. That you're not allowing yourself to be held or trust somebody else that they can be counted on, that they can hold you.
Yeah.
I can do it on my own. I got this. I don't need anybody else. I am
Yeah.
so strong. I don't cry. Fine. And what is that attitude preventing you from in your life?
I don't know. I guess letting someone else to like come in,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So who can you let into your life? And when I say that, I mean, who can you talk to about what's really going on for you? Who can you cry in front of?
I don't know. Everyone expects me to be so. I don't know if everyone expects me to be so strong, but
No,
I
they
feel
don't.
like,
You expect yourself to be so strong.
yeah. I feel like everyone expects me to be so strong. And it's kind of hard to let anybody in because I've always been that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the easiest, most obvious person in your life that you could maybe open up to just a little bit?
Mostly my husband, I guess, for sure. But he he's kind of intolerable of like the crying too. Like he doesn't like is that like he is very supportive and but he does again he doesn't I think that he's just he doesn't like people to cry either.
Mm-hmm. And that's probably why you guys are so great for each other, because you can both go to your basements and pretend like everything's okay. But what
That
more
makes
could you
sense.
have? What more could you have if, you could work on this? And by the way, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with him. Okay. The question is always what different could your experience of life be in relationship with other people if you could open up to them, you could let them in? How long does your mom have, to the best of your knowledge?
3 to 6 months, but that was in October and it's February.
Yeah.
So
So not long.
she's still like eating and she's getting weaker.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her tonight, I honestly think that she's kind of just hanging on for me. But I told her, I was like, you should go home. Like, if you're tired, you should like go to Jesus, basically.
Mm-hmm.
She tells everybody like I'm afraid of what's gonna happen with Katie and whatever. So I think a lot is she's fighting for me, But she doesn't have to because I don't want her to be in pain at all. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
What do you want to create with her for the time you have left with her?
Just I don't want to see her in pain either. I want to create as many memories as I can, which my mom and I have always been close. That's what kind of like she's always been my best friend, but neither here nor there. I just want her to be comfortable.
Can you hold her, metaphorically speaking, like hold space for her to open up to you, or be with you if you open up to her?
You know, that is so messed up that you asked me that. My mom and I are super close, but she has never been a hugger. She's never been an affectionate person towards never. And I'm a very affectionate person. Like, if I love you, I'm like, hold me, hug me, love me. And it's, why are you bringing this out? Like, it is completely weird. Like, I'll give her a hug to go to bed and I'll want to like embrace her and she'll just be like, she takes it now. But it's always been just like hug, hug, pat, pat. How weird. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of weird that you said that. Yeah. And like at her end of her days, in my mind, I want to lay in bed with her, but she's the kind of person that, and I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to lay there and hold her and hug her, but I don't know if she would want that because she's not that person. But I would want to be that person. Like, even now, like, if I had that, I would want, like, my dog in there, you know,
Could you ask
my,
her? Could you ask her if you could embrace her?
I did, and I asked her actually last night, and she was like, just put on, she watches this stupid stuff on YouTube. She's like, just put them on and I'll watch that, or just put some music in my ear. And I'm like, well, can I lay with you? And she's like, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Why? Why wouldn't you want me in there? Why do you want to be by yourself?
How long have you been wrestling through that question of why will my mom not hold me? Why can I not be embraced by my mom?
I don't know. Maybe my whole life. Now that we're talking about it. But my mom is a very loving, it's weird. My mom is a very giving person. But affectionate wise, it's so weird. Like, it's always a hug, like, pat, pat.
Yeah, I'm curious if the strength that you have, which you very clearly have, Katie, strength, is, you know what, I'm so strong. I don't need affection from my mom. I'm going to be strong anyways. But it's like, Katie, everything you're saying, you're like, you are desperately wanting it. And who knows what the story is with your mom. I'm sure she's great. And there's a desire you have. You're like, you want to be comforted by your mom.
My mom is like very Catholic too. It's weird, but she always has like some like weird thing to say about people.
All right.
Like if they're too heavy or
I got a book for you.
I don't believe in that though. I don't.
Yeah. Can I give you a book to read?
Yes, absolutely.
Mother Hunger. How?
Oh no.
Oh,
You think
yeah,
I'm
just
like that?
wait till I read the rest of the title. Mother Hunger.
Oh shoot.
How adult daughters can understand and heal from lost nurturance, protection, and guidance.
Really? You think I'm like that? Oh shoot.
Look, it just might be something to explore.
Yeah. Never in a million years would I think that. But thank you for listening, and I know I took up a crap ton of your time, and this went way over the topic.
Well, here's the thing. It's never about porn. It's never about porn. Porn's just the hook.
Really?
Well, I mean, porn's just the hook into a deeper conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Katie, thank you for sharing. Thank you. I mean, honestly, you got so much going on. You're grieving like so many lives that have been lost and will be lost, as well as marriage. We didn't really talk about your marriage that much, but like there's a lot there as well.
I love my marriage, though. He's
Yeah,
great.
it sounds like you do. And what more could there be? Right? It's just a question I think we all should ask ourselves, right? No matter what relationship it is.
Yeah.
What more can there be? So,
Yeah.
well, thank you, Katie, for sharing. Look, I mean, just looking at the comments, you've been a gift to a lot of people here, myself included. So thank you for sharing.
Oh, I haven't even looked. I'll look. Can I look after?
Yeah, you can.
All right. And I hope that you're doing well.
Thanks. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I got a basement too. I go crying.
Don't make fun of me.
I'm
That
not.
is
I'm
not
kidding.
cool.
I'm doing good.
That
Thank
is
you.
not even cool. All right. Well,
All right. Take care.
you take care and thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye. All right. I'm going to bed. Yeah, Mother Hunger. I actually just bought that book. I didn't realize it's for adult daughters, but I'm going to read it anyways. I'm familiar with the author. I did a webinar of hers. I lost my mom when I was 5 years old. And so that this author's content is more geared towards daughters and mothers, but it of course still applies to men and boys as well. What about Fortnite? I'll probably play around. I don't have my streaming set up yet for Fortnite, but I will eventually. All right. By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, both for men dealing with porn or sex addiction and women dealing with betrayal trauma. And here's the thing, people. It's not about porn. Porn is just the manifesting issues of all the things going on in your life, like Katie so beautifully shared with us. Thank you for sharing, Katie. If you want to get into a space, a community to heal together, consider joining one of my groups. I have groups for women and men, and I think I said this a while ago, but I got to create some sort of mixed gendered group I have to. It's like the most obvious thing. We got to heal together amongst genders. So I'll be doing that sometime soon for the people in my groups. You can join one of my groups. We meet on Tuesday nights or Wednesday afternoons. It's $99 a month for a 1 hour and 15-minute weekly Zoom call. It's a great place to be and heal together in community. The women's groups are facilitated by myself and other women contributors, one of whom is going to be on next week. Barb will be with us. She's the best. If you know, you know. And it'll be a great call. It's going to be a great call. You can schedule a discovery call using the link in my bio if you'd like, or join a group, or just follow me on TikTok or whatever. I don't care. Do what you want to do. It's your life. Great being with y'all. Krista, can I go live again tomorrow night? I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be Fortnite night with my son because we only play on the weekend. So we'll see. I usually don't go live on Friday nights. Let me look at my calendar. What am I doing? Oh, it's Valentine's Day. Oh, gosh. Whew. Parents' night out. Our church does a thing where they watch the kids 5:30 to 7:30. So my wife and I are going out. So I probably won't be on tomorrow night. But probably Saturday. Saturdays I'm usually on. All right. Great being with y'all. And to all the guys out there, don't up Valentine's Day. I repeat, to all the men out there, don't up Valentine's Day. I repeat, don't up Valentine's Day. And to the women out there, give them a freaking break. Give them a freaking break. Guys have no idea what to do. Okay? Just it's a manufactured holiday by Hallmark trying to just get more money. Give them a break. I'm going to get canceled. Can you just clip that so I can send it to my husband? Go look it up on my YouTube. It's live on YouTube. You scrub to the end of it, you'll find it. That's actually literally how in my men's calls this week, I was like, guys, just don't screw up Valentine's Day. Look, I need that message just as much as anybody else does. So, all right. Great being with y'all. We'll see you next time. Make it a great day or not. The choice is always yours. Bye-bye.